Hi everyone, Tuxedo Mask here, Evening Wear Hi, Darian here, and today we're going to talk about folks in the Sailor Moon followership who have a bind with me helping Sailor Moon out. You know, they will say things like, oh, you didn't do anything, as if my helping out, doesn't reckon for anything. They gave me, they're like, all you do is throw a rose or whatever the English word for that would be. And then you tell them, believe in yourself, you can do it. As if that's not helping. Then, either sometimes when I do, when I do fight, which I do sometimes, I fight every once in a while, I will do that. A lot of folks out there still say, oh, you didn't do nothing. Are you kidding me? Helping Sailor Moon out like I did, because Sailor Moon, she's not meant to be a fighter. Now, I know at first you're going to say, what do you mean? Now, first off, she will fight if she has to, but she's not really truly good at it. There are times where she gets in a bind and I gotta help her. And this happens a lot. For Sailor Moon, R, S, SS, and even stars before I leave, and then I'm taken and slain and whatever. And a lot of folks seem to think that there's no need for me to help her, as if she shouldn't be that helpless. But there are times where she's in a bind, fighting some foe, and it's hard, and she's in a bind, and yes, I'm going to help her. Now, a lot of folks are going to scathe that. Why? Who knows? They're going to say, well, don't you know Nako Takaguchi crafted you as her thought of what her thought of the belief of what the man would be? What? Her belief of what she thinks a man should be? A man who should be kind and should be a lover and a shielder? Well, those are three good things right there that any man should want to be. So, yeah. And a lot of folks do like to scathe the whole come in at the right time and help out thing, as if that's wrong or something. There are most likely other shows out there, Drawland or not, who have that same trope. And this saying, as far as I don't do anything, there are fights where I take my staff and I gotta fight the foes. Then there are times where, and this is only in Sailor Moon S the film, so it doesn't offshoot itself into anywhere else in Sailor Moon. I threw a top at a foe once. I know I did. And a lot of folks out there think that I'm worthless and I don't do anything. That's not true. And then there was this belief that I'm getting kidnapped all the time. It only happened 2 times. Yeah, it only happened 2 times, folks. And it was done it only happened 2 times. And you folks behave as if it happens all the time. It did not. First, I was badly wounded by Zoisite. And then Millikite took me, where I got taken by Queen Beryl. Yeah, I was kidnapped that time. And then there was Fiore, or however you say his name. Only 2 times it ever happened. But you folks like to behave as if it happens all the time, and it does not. Now, at the end of the day, a lot of folks out there like to think that that means that Sailor Moon's not a good fighter. Hell, she is a good fighter. I've seen her beat many a foe. I've seen her beat Queen Beryl. Hell, I seen her go against Ellen and Ann. I seen her fight the Doom Ghost. I saw her even fight Pharaoh 90, even though I wasn't. Well, most of the time I wasn't there to see the fight. All right, but I heard of it, so yeah, good enough. And she even fought Galaxia too, so which was really fighting madness. And she fought Queen Helena. So I don't want to hear about how she doesn't know how to fight because she can. But there still are times where she gets in a bind and I have to help her. You know? And stop scathing that. You know? Because, stop scathing that, folks, as if that's some kind of bad thing. Saying that I'm worthless and I don't do anything or I didn't do nothing. Yeah, I do. Sometimes all I need to do is get the foe eyes off of her and on doing something I'm doing so she can get back up and fight. And then there are times where, yes, I do gotta fight. Alright? So, anyway, it is what it is. And a lot of folks don't scathe me for that, but oh well. And there are other shows and films and plays and books out there that got that too. So anyway, time to give this film a like, share and playlist it, and we'll see you later.